Yeah, well, obviously you learn the scripts as well, which is hard enough, but yeah, we've also got to learn about 16 songs as well, which makes it equally hard, especially if you don't know the songs as well, but yeah, no, it's been fun. Once you get into the swing of it and the rhythm of it, yeah, it's been fun.
But is there a way, you know, to actually remember your lines? Do you go through any, I mean, particularly at the end, when you guys are sitting at the table, at the end, and there's quite a lot of dialogue, you know, and I was just thinking, and you're quite slow in answering, I'm thinking, he hasn't forgotten, has he? But of course, that's the pace of the whole scene. And I'd look at it and I'd think, whoa!
It is a case of do it again and again and again and again until you get it.
And it's also, you know what the scene's about. Like, for example, we're in Zach's bedroom and we know that we're going to try and form this band together. And once you get that idea in your head, you know how the story's going to progress. So you kind of follow it and it just becomes stuck in,
Because you were saying on the, when you were interviewed the other night on the little trailer about nerves, I think you were sort of saying, one of you was saying you haven't got nerves, the other one was sort of intimating there's a little bit of nerves. I mean, how do you feel before you start? Is it nerves or is it just pure adrenaline?
I don't know if it's nerves, it's just there's always something there. Because I think I had one show once where there was literally nothing there and I was like, oh God, I'm not nervous, this is really weird. Like, because we've just got into this thing now where it's just, you know, there's a show, but there's always, I don't know if it's nerves or adrenaline, but there's always something there before you go on. But then as soon as you walk onto that first line, it's like, right, let's go.
There's someone I worked with who said to me, if you don't feel like he demonstrated, he said I was talking to someone and he said to me, oh, I'm feeling really nervous, and he said to him, good, you should be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't supposed to be nasty. It was supposed to be if you don't feel like if you don't feel nervous or you don't get those butterflies.
It just shows you care.
Yeah, you're not doing something that you should be doing. I think
not compassionate.
Butterflies.
But for me, it's if I know somebody in the audience, that's worse for me. Like, I mean, first night, my heart was pumping out of my chest. It's like that.
See, I was all right. First night, I was fine. I was fully expecting the nerves to hit me when I could hear the audience coming in through the talkback in the dressing room. But it didn't. Got side to stage, and I was like, okay, right. So I'm not nervous. I was so pumped. Like, I was like, yes, let's go out and do this. Let's just do it. The most nervous I've been through the whole run so far was when my school teachers were in. My school teachers were in on Wednesday night and they haven't seen me in anything for 4 years. And I was so nervous having those in, like, never mind press night, opening night, it was having my teachers there that was the most terrifying thing.
But it's a proud moment though.
Oh yeah, no,
particularly at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, one question that's just come to me now actually, I was thinking, it's quite a thing that you've done, because you brought a lot of people that wouldn't necessarily go to the theatre to go to the theatre now. You know, you never know where that might lead. Is that something that you've been conscious of?
I think because this show, at the end of the day, it's not a gig. Like it's a show. So it's nice to think that yes, people are coming for the music, but it's also, I mean, the music for me is the star of the show. Like, it just makes it completely. But then at the end of the day, you've got 5 characters that you follow, like through the thing of the play. So they tell a story rather than just, you know, it's not just, you know, all of the song. You know, there's something that you can connect to as well, like as people growing up in Coventry as well during that time. So I think that's a good appeal to it as well, rather than just going to see like a tribute.
It has got a strong storyline. I mean, some of these things like Mamma Mia and Our House, where they connect all the songs. It's this flimsy little plot line.
It's a bit like you can make anything into like a musical or a play or something. It's just it's possible to do with anything. But what I think to make a play out of
that's why it works so well, because you know, it's a jukebox musical. That's what it is. But normally when you do these things, you know, sort of middle of the road rock and roll kind of.
What was it? Forever or something like that.
Let's not name charge. Come on, there's people filming. You can't be naming. Come on. But yeah, and this means a lot to the people of Coventry, and you know, like, what's better than sort of coming to see these songs that sort of, you know, were sung at you and that people dance to, and it's you know, a reggae and ska musical. It's just unheard of, and it's great. It's great fun.
Absolutely, yeah. No doubt about that one. And of course, it's accurate as well. Now we've got the George and Alfred Herbert side out.
No, yeah.
So
Wasn't my fault.
no, it wasn't your fault, no, but it is Alfred Herbert. You know, there had a few people saying, I'm sure it was Alfred Herbert.
Yeah.
But that's brilliant. But I mean, as far as Two Town's concerned, it is all there. And of course, a lot of us were there at the time, and we'll probably come to this a bit later on about the idea of it touring, but we'll come to that later. But I think a lot of people that know the story, the Inside Outs, would get, you know, they'd get the Lamps, they'd get the Butts Festival, because they were probably there themselves, even if they didn't live in Cobb. But anyway, we'll address that in a bit. Okay, on opening night there were lots of Ska fans going bonky pill straight away, my words.
Yeah, we loved it.
And on press night it was a slow burn and you win them around in the end. Does each performance have its own feel?
Oh God, yeah.
The audience make the show, I think. Because sometimes they take a while to sort of get into it, but as soon as they get into it, like we haven't had a night yet where
No one's danced.
yeah, we have an encore.
We were close the other night to not
Yeah,
have anything.
no
Took
one
some
got up
persuading.
until
Was it
the last
Wednesday
song.
night? Took some persuading Wednesday night.
But you know what?
They did get up eventually.
They all want to. They all want
Yeah,
to.
they're shy.
It's
Yeah,
just-
it's
yeah.
shy.
That one person, it just takes that one
Yeah.
person to get
To
up.
go,
One domino, you know.
Yeah.
Because on the press night I was looking around at the first half, you know, the legs weren't going at all, and of course for somebody who's dedicated to Two Town and Ska, you can't help it, you know, you get that music and you're just thinking, why, this is
On
weird.
Saturday night, you had hardcore fans who literally wanted to get up and dance from, like, you know.
Yeah, we had to get off the stage.
Yeah, I heard
everything,
that,
Yeah,
so-
you know, on press night it's always a little bit sort of kind of, yeah, it's always, it takes a while, but yeah, by the end, you know, we win them over by the end.
I think that's a nicer way of doing it, you know, it's
Yeah.
alright going straight in and getting the Ska fans who are already there and love it. But it's nice, you know, like I say, on the press night, and slowly you could see they all got into
But
it.
then on press night, it's not people that would come and see it.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I mean, yeah, but you won them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they
so
did it, and you got them on
amazing.
and probably more dancing, as you say, on the night
Yeah.
than there was necessarily on the opening night with all the Ska people there. Moving on to the next question, obviously it was here in 2000, well, at the Belgrade, the original production. Did any of you guys look at that or take any notes of that, or so not to be influenced by it? Or?
We had like a screening night. We had like a night after a rehearsal where we all sat down and we watched Rock Goes to College, which is the special they did at the is it Colchester?
Colchester.
Yeah,
We got our friends from Colchester today. That's a nice synergy.
So we watched that, and then we watched. I don't know. We watched the songs from the first performance, not to see any of like the acting bits, but sort of like not the choreography, but just to see how they did the song sort of thing. So we know like the energy that. So we knew the sort of the energy that they would put across every time they did the song. So that's the only sort of thing we took, just to see how much that we'd have to put into it to get a sort of response back.
I think all of these guys know that I was strongly against it. I was like, no, don't want it. Don't want it.
Well, I wonder that some people don't want it.
It was more the dynamic and the energy needed, rather than okay, they did that there, did that there, did that there. It was literally we skipped the scenes and went straight into the songs just to watch how like the energy more than and the choreography more than anything else.
And choreography.
Because this is very much sort of we wanted it to be our version, you know, rather than not a copy of the original. It's because you know it's five new cast members, so yeah.
Well, I think we could all concur that you've done such a wonderful job on this one. I mean, I bought tickets for the first one, but for some reason, I think we had flu or something, and we never got to see it. Obviously, I've seen the video, so I've seen it that way a few times. So I just think it just kind of works better. I don't know the vibrancy of you guys together.
It's not more intimate in being there. It's more.
Yeah, it does work better. It's a shame we haven't got the milk float, but
Oh yeah.
that would have been really cool. But
Really fit it through
Can't fit it in.
The plan has troubles as it is.
yeah.